Numerous sensors are installed in modern cars and are linked to the PCM, or central computer. The steering angle sensor is one sensor that monitors the vehicle's traction and stability. This sensor is connected to the vehicle's stability system, which is known by a number of names. However, these names don't alter the fact that the technology is essentially the same across all manufacturers. The signs of a malfunctioning steering angle sensor, how to diagnose it, and how much it will cost to replace it are all covered in this video. It's the Car Problems YouTube channel. Subscribe, and let's get started. Check engine light. The ECU had access to a sensor in older vehicles. Since the check engine light indicates all ECU issues, this light on your dashboard could indicate a variety of powertrain issues. The steering angle sensor provides a signal to the engine control unit and traction control, which are connected. If this signal is not working properly, the warning light will illuminate. Therefore, you may have a malfunctioning steering angle sensor if you notice this light appearing on the dashboard. Heavy steering wheel turning. Electric power steering is used in the majority of modern cars. The steering angle must be measured in order for this power steering to function correctly and determine when to turn on the power steering pump. This task is carried out by the steering angle sensor. It's possible that the sensor gave the car's onboard computer erroneous data, which led to needless automatic adjustments. It's possible that the sensor has completely stopped working, which would prevent any data from getting to the ECU. This will turn off the power steering and illuminate the traction control light. Traction control light illuminates. As previously stated, the traction control system is also linked to the steering angle sensor. When driving on a slick surface, the traction control system uses the steering angle sensor to gauge how much you are turning the vehicle and adjust the settings. The traction control light will turn on if the steering angle sensor is unable to send the proper signal. Other warning lights, such as the airbag or ABS light, might also be visible. Since the airbag is typically integrated into the steering angle sensor component, issues with the airbag may also arise if the wiring for the steering angle sensor is damaged. Car acts strange after wheel alignment. This is applicable to cars with electric power steering pumps, which are found in the majority of contemporary models. A malfunctioning steering angle sensor may be the cause of your car's odd behavior or driving even after a wheel alignment. Following an alignment, it is crucial and required to reset the steering angle sensor. You may have this issue if your mechanic doesn't do that. Thus, in this situation, go back to your mechanic and have the wheels realigned and the sensor reset. Diagnosis of a failing steering angle sensor. If you have the appropriate tools, determining whether your steering angle sensor is malfunctioning is frequently fairly simple. It is usually very difficult to diagnose with a multimeter, and using a diagnostic tool is far more effective. Simply connect the diagnostic tool and examine the real-time data sent by the steering angle sensor from the engine control unit or traction control system. When your steering wheel is straight, a 0-degree turn signal ought to appear. See if the values change by attempting to rotate slightly to the left and right. You may have a malfunctioning steering angle sensor if it doesn't. If the sensor receives power and ground in this situation, it is most likely the result of a malfunctioning steering angle sensor. Replacement cost. Depending on the car model and labor costs, replacing a steering angle sensor typically costs $150 to $500. The average cost of labor is between $80 and $250, while the steering angle sensor costs between $120 and $250. When you look at the replacement cost, the first thing that may come to mind is how much it varies. The parts price and labor costs are not set in stone. There are a number of reasons for this. First off, your car's make and model year may have an impact on the parts cost. You should be aware that you must locate a mechanic who has the necessary diagnostic equipment to complete this task for you. It is necessary to calibrate the steering angle sensor after replacing it. It must be programmed into the vehicle because some steering angle sensors are integrated with the steering column control unit. This is extremely uncommon. However, the cost of programming will be significantly higher if this is the case. Hope the information was helpful to you. If so, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel.